Hey everyone, my name is Nolan. Welcome back to another episode inside my All the Mods 10 playthrough. Now, in the last episode, I wanted to make a fusion reactor, but making the fission reactor ended up taking so long that we didn't have time to make it. However, I made a max level fission reactor, so I am getting plutonium nuggets. Is that what they're called? Pellets, plutonium pellets. And as you can see, I'm getting them pretty dang fast. And I'm also getting polonium nuggets, and I'm getting them really fast as well. Okay. Now, my thing was off camera, I wanted to make this as efficient as possible. Now, I didn't make it as efficient as possible. However, I made it really efficient. As you can see, like in the last episode, I think I was doing like 1 mega bucket per tick, and now I'm doing 250. Now, Mason showed me you can export water through all the faces of sinks, so I have a lot of sinks exporting, and yes, it took this many sinks to keep up with the coolant. Now, my friends are worried that this thing is going to blow up in my face, and it probably could, but I still haven't taken any damage, and my waste isn't even close to filling up or backing up anywhere, and neither is the steam. So this fissile fuel turns into steam in the reactor, and the steam gives me 5 million energy per tick, which I am putting into my induction casing, which I also made. And so right now I have 600 billion energy out of 4 trillion, or almost 5 trillion energy. Now all that came from this, which I made off camera. I did this on camera in the last episode, however, this is a way more efficient version. Over here I have 5 sets, so I guess 25 bees, uranium bees, radioactive bees that are getting me uranium, raw uranium. And then I think I have like 28 to 30 sets of sulfur bees, so multiply that by 5, and those are generating sulfur. So the sulfur is being outputted into chemical oxidizers to make sulfur dioxide, which gets combined with oxygen to make sulfur trioxide, which gets combined with water vapor to make sulfuric acid, and the sulfuric acid gets combined with fluorite to make what is it, hydrofluoric acid? I don't know. That is the final output there. On the other side, the uranium is getting sent through all these Mekanism machines to eventually make the yellow cake uranium, which gets turned into uranium oxide. And then the output from this one combines with the output from this one to make uranium hexafluoride, which gets pumped into a single isotopic centrifuge. Now, basically, I just kept changing the outputs until this ended up staying constantly full. And then the fissile fuel gets exported into my system. So basically, all these inputs get turned into this output here, staying constantly full. So basically, all those inputs equal 5 million FE per tick. But that's nothing. That's nothing compared to what we'll get from the fusion reactor, which comes out to 80 million FE per tick. So we're immediately going to jump into this and make this fusion reactor. Now, luckily, I did let that reactor work off camera because we need the polonium and plutonium pellets to make the materials needed to get through this quest line. So I need 36 fusion reactor frames. I need 3 of these fusion reactor ports, and I need 1 fusion reactor controller. Then I also need a lot of reactor glass. I have 25, or I need 25, but I have more than that. So building this is actually really easy. The last one I made was a 18 by 18 mega structure. This is not, it's just a 5 by 5 structure. Now the reason why I'm building this in my base is because apparently this thing can't blow up. So hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, so the first thing I want to set up is the power generator because we need 400 million FE just to get this to work. Or turn on, I guess. So I need to make this laser focus matrix. I need to make a laser amplifier. And then I need to make 3 lasers. So I'm going to put the laser focus matrix on the back side. The amplifier, I think, goes here? Maybe? Although I don't think that this red dot is supposed to be facing me. Whoa, what happened? Oh, it's like a real laser. So I see what I need to do here. So the red dot needs to be facing inward to the reactor, not towards me. There we go. Now I think this might be charging. No, it's not because this isn't actually working. Maybe it needs to be 1 block out. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Crap. Where did my pressure chamber blocks go? Okay. That was almost really bad. This thing just like tore through my base. Okay, now this is turned on, so now this laser matrix should work when I want to use it. Now, I want to use the quantum entangleopers or whatever they're called. That's not what they're called, are they? Entangleporter. Quantum entangleporter to power these energy cubes. But I have no idea how to do that. Maybe what I do is name this like induction matrix. Set. Oh, I can't. There, okay. Now I want this to require a redstone input. Oh, redstone output. I want to require a redstone input. There we go. So yeah, I can click this induction matrix, click set. Okay, but I think what I need to do is actually set the other one. I didn't set it. No, I can't set it. Why not? Oh, wait, because maybe it is set. So if I do this, it's not exporting energy. Output. Nope. I figured it out. My induction matrix wasn't outputting here. So now if I put this down, there, now there's actually energy in here. Okay, yeah, so all of these, or at least this one, is being charged. Okay, while that builds up, I'm gonna work on the next step. Okay, so I need to make D-fuel, which from what I know is not too difficult to make. Okay, I need this electric pump, which has to be placed over a source block of water. Okay, now I think I give it a filter upgrade. But that didn't do anything? No, it's just pumping water, not heavy water. It has to, it can't have water in there. It has to have heavy water in there. Okay, so you have to put the filter in first before putting the water. Okay, that gets pumped into an electrolytic separator, and then that gets pumped into the reactor. Cool. Okay, now I throw lithium into this neutron activator, which I think actually does have to have direct sunlight access. Yes, it does. Okay. Yeah, then that gets pumped into the reactor. Now I make this thing to inject the fuel, which I already made the recipe for. Okay, now I put it in the controller, and I did have to move my ceiling up just in case you didn't notice. Oh, wait, no, this goes in a chemical infuser. I don't want to do it manually. Let me do it automatically, bro. So I could put this in here, and then I think I can edit this rate. Like if I do 1, nothing happens. 10. Maybe I need to turn it on first. This thing has enough energy, so... Is it on? It's definitely not producing the fuel. I have no idea. I have no idea how to make this faster. Okay, I figured it out. So I actually had to fill that like yellow telescope looking thing in a chemical infuser, which combines the two. So I had to fill it with D-fuel manually, then put it in, then turn on the reactor with 400 million energy. And now I think everything is working as intended. This isn't going down. This isn't going down. So now I think I'm generating the not the max possible, but I'm generating a lot. So I am just barely generating more fuel than I'm consuming from what I understand. Oh, maybe not. Oh, because it's night. It needs to be day. However, I think I do need to make some more lithium bees. I don't like that that's red. Does it change color? This isn't going to blow up, is it? Hopefully not. I guess we'll find out. Okay, I also don't need to continuously pump more energy into this because it looks like it still goes up on its own. Okay. I just realized my output port was destroyed, so I have to turn this off and restart it. I might as well just build a new one because there's not a lot of space in this room. And I need to get to 40 million FE per tick, which this will get there. Like, it's slowly going up, right? Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe I just reached the max. So yeah, we got to get more than this. So yeah, I might just do what I did with my fission reactor and like set up a completely automatic way of getting this. All right, guys, so it's decently late at night right now, so I was just going to record with my face cam off. But I tried doing a self-sustaining reactor with lithium bees. Not efficient. It takes forever to get this set up. So what I found online is what you can do is set up these thermal towers. So I have 5 thermal towers all set up to the max height. 5 of them are exporting brine, and they're inputting it into a 6th tower which exports lithium. Now right now I have these set to use 10,000 FE per tick. However, I don't think it needs to be that high. I was just basically experimenting with the different temperatures until I got a positive D fuel rate, because online I was seeing that this is what you need for the minimum. However, it was saying the minimum energy needed was 1,250. However, that was wrong because I was still going negative, but once I changed it Wow, that's really fast. Once I changed it to like 5,000 and I went really high, the lithium started being net positive, and then these two infusing factories, which take the heavy water and the lithium, now output a net positive DT fuel system. So now we are importing enough fuel to keep me at 80 million FE per tick, and 80 million FE is apparently the max. I was reading online, sorry, I'm in a Discord call. I was reading online that apparently all the mods 10 quest line is outdated. It says it could be 200 million FE per tick on its own, but that's not true. So I think I'm operating at the max, and everything here is going up positive. Now I need to be watching this for a while because I want this to fill up. That way I could start creating backup fuel in here, because this will only work during the day, because these only work during the day. So I need to somehow make a system where I will continuously generate even during the night, because I don't want this to run out because of nighttime. So yeah, we've done it. The next step is antimatter pellets. Okay guys, so I went through and refined a lot of this stuff here. So now I think I'm getting more lithium than I used to be. This is probably something I'll have to explain in a video because it's really boring right now. But I also am getting tritium storage. So that way, during the night, this thing will still run. I also just waited and let all these things fuel up. So now we can see if I go net positive or negative. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be positive. But yeah, my reactor automatically turned off. I don't know why. Because as you can see, I mean, the fuel is full. So it shouldn't have. But luckily, I should just be able to flip this on and then off again. And now we should start generating heat or energy, I guess I should say. So yeah, our D fuel is indeed staying positive in both sections here. And then as long as our tritium is also going up in all of our storage cells, we should be okay. So this thing is gonna fill up fast. Like really fast. I have, what is it, 9, almost 10 trillion storage in here, and we are already at 50 billion. So I could let this fill up a little bit, but yeah. Okay, yes, antimatter. Let's start making antimatter. So we need the supercritical phase shifter. So it looks like this is a 7x7 structure, so I don't really have room for this down here. Okay, really quick, I just wanted to emphasize a point. So right now, I went through and I replaced all the reactors in my base with quantum entangleporters. So basically, I'm pulling all the energy that's being used from my induction matrix. So my input is 68 million FE per tick, and my output is around 100,000 FE per tick. And so even if I wanted to request these alloy blocks, which require a lot of power to make, let's see what it is now. It went up. Wow, it went up to 62 million FE per tick. Wow. And then what does it drop down to when it's done? Under 100,000. So even when using that, I'm still net positive. And I think that this is actually maxed out because of my input and outputs. I only have 2 of those inductions. So yeah, I mean, I'm generating 80 million FE per tick. So I'm completely positive right now. Even if I was requiring a huge amount of power, still positive. All right, so I set up a little spot in my base. Oh, I didn't finish decorating here. But yeah, this should be enough room to set up this, whatever it's called. Yes, the whatever it's called, the supercritical phase shifter. Okay, let's make recipes for all of these ingredients. Now, these are actually pretty dang expensive. As you can see, you need plutonium and polonium. So let's actually make sure, I'm pretty sure I can craft this. Yes, I can. It's just probably gonna take quite a while. Okay, so I just realized, I don't actually think, like, I can store polonium in my storage system. I think I have to, like, pipe it over to the SPS. Because it seems like it can't be transferred any other way. Because it's a nuclear waste, so I don't know. Nah, we can make a radioactive storage cell, okay. Oh, but I need antimatter in order to make it. Alright, I have polonium being piped over to this area, so now let's start setting this thing up. So, all the faces need to look like this. Okay, I got this set up, now let me make the coils. Okay, I have 2 entangleporters set up on each of the sides of these imports, because I believe that's what I'm supposed to do. Yes, they are given power. So now I think all I do is I pipe this in. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have a severe radiation leak here. Oh, it works. It works. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I would like to produce polonium faster to get more antimatter pellets, because I actually haven't even crafted one yet. You can see how long this takes, and now it's night, so I have to sleep. So let's see if it's possible to get this faster. Okay, I wouldn't really say I made it faster, but I definitely made it more efficient. So instead of waste being pumped into these centrifuges, it is instead pumped into these centrifuges, which should be working right now, but they aren't. Oh, because this isn't set to output. Oh wait, no, it is. Why isn't it going into here? Okay, I have no idea what's going on here, but this is just not working. These aren't working. Why? Do they not have energy upgrades? Ah, they needed energy upgrades. Okay, so now when it turns night, this works perfectly. Okay, cool. So if I ever happen to miss the fact that it's night and that my nuclear waste is building up in these pipes, these centrifuges will still run and get rid of the waste, but I want it to be day. I want my antimatter. So yeah, basically these are hooked up to redstone signals with a daylight sensor, so it checks when it's night. And then during the day, this now runs. And I'm getting about 1 megabucket per second. So how long does it take to get 1 antimatter pellet? It takes about 16 minutes. All right, well, I guess now we can AFK and wait for this to finish. But yeah, wait, reactor questline finished, I think? No? Wait, I missed something. I know what I missed. So I need to make something called the task screen so I can read the energy output in my reactor. And so I think, do I just throw it here? No. Oh, I have to select the task. I think it is this one, accept. Okay, it takes forever. Why does it take so long? All right, this took forever to finish up, so I wasn't looking at my screen, but looks like, yes, chapter is completed. We have now finished 2 chapters in this quest line, and I'm assuming this is full? No, it's not full yet. So how many antimatter pellets do I now have? 1! Oh, no. I've gotten 1 antimatter pellet. Dude. This is gonna take forever to get. Ooh, I get 2 antimatter pellets for completing that quest line. Nice. All right, so I was trying to make my regular fissile fuel reactor more efficient, or I guess produce more waste in order to get more polonium, to get more antimatter, and it's not working like it should. So last night I was setting up a sodium output thermal generator here, so I have 2 of them outputting brine. Which gets converted into sodium, because sodium is a more efficient coolant. Now, what you may notice, though, is instead of the sodium being consumed, no matter what my burn rate is, the sodium will go up. And I don't understand why that is. It's because it's like it's not consuming the sodium, period. And, of course, you have to output the superheated sodium into this boiler. Now, another thing to note is that the water says it's at 7 million megabuckets, but if I open it, okay, before recording it was not going up, it was going down. Now it's steady. I haven't changed anything other than I started recording. So I don't like how buggy this is. It's very sketchy, and what you may notice is the temperature is steady. Now last night my burn rate was at 200 megabuckets, sorry. But I opened the world and my reactor turned off, and when I turned it on, it started heating up and taking damage. So I'm like, what is my actual burn rate? If I go to 130, it's okay. If I instantly go up to 140, it will start heating up? No. If I go to 150, what happens? It starts heating up. So I have no idea how this works. I have no idea. The sodium is constantly building up, which is nice. So if I let this sit here for years, it will eventually be full. But I have no idea how this works. So, yeah. I might just not use sodium and go back to water, because this is really sketchy how inconsistent this is, and the fact that just reloading the world breaks it. I don't like that. This is also now broken. Why are you broken? What the heck? I just broke. So is everything broken right now? Are you working? No. Why is nothing Hello? Guys, what is going on? Why does reloading the world break everything? Also, why is my output now 100 million FE per tick? What happened? It was 100,000 FE per tick yesterday. I am so confused. What is going on? Why? Have I changed something? What? I'm at a loss for words right now. I have no idea what's going on. You know what I think it is actually? I think it's because I'm making antimatter. I think that's consuming more power than I'm generating. I also need to figure out this frame rate thing. My frame rate is so bad. Like, it's just getting progressively. I need to finish this mod pack. That's what I need to do. It's making me lose my mind. Yeah, there's the input right there. That's what's taking. Okay. All right, just making sure we're all good. Okay, that's okay. I have trillions of power in backup. So what I need to do is I just need to like stay awake during the night to let my power regenerate, because that will only work during the day. Okay, all right, we're good. If somehow somebody knows what's going on with my sodium reactor, maybe you can let me know. Because like if I try to go to one, like instantly up to 200, it's not gonna work. It'll start heating up, even though this is more sodium than I had last night. So I have no idea what's going on. I genuinely have no idea. I think what I might do instead is just go back to the water, because it was really reliable and it wasn't breaking. Scram. Oh, it's still taking damage. Oh, okay. No, not okay. Not okay. Not okay. Ah, meltdown incoming. Whew. Why? Okay, I've hooked my water back up. If I click activate, there we go. Yeah, it swapped to water. So now I gotta pipe my steam into my turbine. And now I can safely go to 250 mega buckets per tick. Cool, we're back to square one. All right, so I would set up a reactor in a different dimension where it's daytime, yada, yada, yada. However, I want to keep the balance of gaining and losing power. So like during the night, I want this to go down. During the day, it'll go up. So yeah, I'll end the episode there. In the next episode, I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll figure it out. I think I might go take on some bosses, maybe explore some new dimensions. So yeah, we'll kind of have like a more exploratory instead of just building stuff. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys all in the next episode. Bye-bye.